This game against Nebraska started with the defense. Aggressive and clutch. Nebraska, they were held scoreless several times in the red zone, highlighting that bend, don't break mentality of the Jim Knowles defense, right? We talked about this a million times when he was at Ohio State last year and in years before that. It was this guy, he might give up a few big plays here and there, but man, he is tough to score on once you get into that red zone. And that was on full display last night against Nebraska. And more importantly, Penn State held Nebraska to just 1 for 6 on fourth down. Those 5 turnovers on downs completely changed the game. When I say that Penn State's defense completely dominated Nebraska, Nebraska got some yards. They got a couple big plays here and there. The key was that Penn State won all the crucial downs. They made all the crucial plays. The important ones were won by Penn State. This defense just a few weeks ago was playing selfish football. They weren't connected as a team. This week against Nebraska, the defense played as a team. They were flying to the football at all times. A.C. Collins looks like a runaway truck every time he goes to hit somebody. There were a couple hits that he made that you just go, oof, like, wow. I feel bad for the other team on that one. Kenny Wosley had a huge play on special teams, stopping a Nebraska kick return at the 10-yard line. Emmett Johnson for Nebraska still had a couple of big plays, right? But outside of that, Penn State did a wonderful job of containing one of the most dynamic players in the Big Ten. Offensively, that was the most efficient game of the season by far. Right off the bat, Katron Allen was leading the way with a 50-yard run, and he ended up with 25 carries for 160 yards, 2 touchdowns, and the Penn State rushing record. Nick Singleton had 44 rush yards and 2 touchdowns, as well as leading the team in receiving with 51 yards. On Senior Day, in their last game in Beaver Stadium, this was a special game for this duo. These guys have played for 4 full years for this team, battled through injuries, battled through big wins and tough losses, losing Coach Sider and adapting to Coach Drayton. They came back for one last season to play for a national championship. And yet, despite the losses and the chaos with Penn State this season, these guys have been the cornerstones for this offense. They have done the opposite of give up. They've doubled down on what it means to play for Penn State, and they've cemented themselves as legends of the blue and white. Ethan Grunkmeyer's development has been fascinating to watch. He started his first game at Kinnick Stadium, and he followed that up with solid performances against the 2 best defenses in the country in Ohio State and Indiana. He's sped up his progressions, his feet are more comfortable and more sound, and his confidence is growing with every passing day. Grunk's passer rating of 246 is the best from a Penn State quarterback since Drew Aller last year and week 1 against West Virginia. Basically, Grunk just had the best game for a Penn State quarterback in almost 2 seasons. Grunk went 11 for 12 for 181 yards and a beautiful touchdown to Andrew Rappelier. Trevor Pena was open for big plays several times throughout the game, and Devontae Ross, Kobe Howard, and Kyron Hudson all connected on important plays as well. Kyron Hudson's blocking was electric. He found ways to contribute in a game when Penn State was just physically dominating all night long. And I think that starts from the top, right? The turnaround led by Terry Smith has been the most encouraging part of Penn State's season. Just over a month ago, James Franklin left Beaver Stadium for the final time to a deafening rain of boos and "Fire James Franklin" chants. Last night, Terry Smith left Beaver Stadium to a raucous "Terry, Terry, Terry." If you were at the game last night, you're a true fan. 30 degrees, weekend before Thanksgiving break, to cheer on a 4-6 team. Those are the true fans. Those are the people that truly care about Penn State, and those are the people's opinions that I care about. And those people made their opinions very clear, that they want Terry Smith as their head coach. The aggression and the composure that he's shown over the last month proved to me that nobody else in the world would be right for this job. When you have a guy doing fake punts up 20 points in the fourth quarter because he knows that's the way to get his team the most success, that's the kind of mentality that I want in my leader. When you have a guy that's getting emotional in press conferences because that's how much he loves Penn State, that's what I want in my head coach. When you have a guy that gets carried off the field in his first win and then comes home to a stadium of 100,000 loyal fans chanting his name, that's the guy that I want at Penn State.